Hi, this is Tim Yoder with Fit Small Business. Today I'll be evaluating ZipBooks on Chapter 6 of the Fit Small Business case study, which deals with project accounting. So our first task is to create an estimate for the family bowling kitchen remodel. So if you recall from earlier chapters on ZipBooks, we manage projects through tags. And so to create a project tag, we need to go to our tracking here and then projects, and we see we have one project already for bathroom renovation for family bowling, but we want a second project, and this is going to be our kitchen remodel. Okay, and it'll also be for family bowling. We don't want to be able to use it with any other customer, just family bowling. Okay, and it's a billable project, and we're going to say that this is a flat rate amount, and we're going to bill the flat rate at $1,050, and we'll get to the detail of that in a second. Okay, so down here we have, these are the only two users we have set up for the software. Now notice, we're not going to use the time tracking feature for this, but if we were going to track time, you can only track time for users of the software. So you'd have to set everybody up as a user. Okay, so let's save this project. Okay, now we're going to create an estimate for the project, so that is in the invoicing function. Here we have estimates. We haven't created any so far, but let's create our first estimate. And looks like this looks a lot like the invoices. You can drag an image like a logo or something up there. So we're going to send this to Family Bowling. I guess the title could be Kitchen Remodel. Okay, and we're going to assign a couple things to it. First, we want to assign 80 hours of contract labor. Okay, so the price is $80 an hour, and we're going to, I'm sorry, it's not 80 hours, it's just 10 hours is what we're looking for. Okay, and then the other thing was plumbing widgets. So let's add another item for plumbing widgets at $25 a piece, and we're going to use 10 of them. Okay, and so that's our $1,050 flat fee that we said we're going to charge them for this remodel. Okay, now we want to make sure we assign this to our kitchen remodel project. Okay, we might have to just save it and do it somewhere else. So we're going to save it. Okay, and then let's go back to our estimates screen. And here, can we add it to a project? Yeah, I'm not seeing any way to add this to a project. What about down here? I know when you add tags, I think you do it line by line. Oh, that's the taxes. Oh, so we need to make sure we add in our plumbing widget taxes. Actually, we'll just ignore them for now. But normally you'd probably have to, well, no, let's go ahead. We need to charge our 6% sales tax on our plumbing. Good. So it does show the sales tax on the estimate. So that's good. What I'm not seeing is how to apply any tags to tag this for a particular project. Okay, so I think that's all we can do. Okay. Good. So next thing we want to do is actually pay Hank for these hours and record the usage of 8 inventory items. Okay, so what we want to do now, so we're going to convert this. No, not yet. Okay, so let's say they accept this. Okay, now we need to go into expenses and we want to pay. So let's do this under transactions. let's go bills, and we're going to pay Hank Independent. We have to enter an invoice number from him. We're going to pay him for contract labor. And we're going to pay him for 12 hours. So we estimated 10 hours. It actually took him 12 hours. And so that's going to be $360. Okay. And this is, we'll just call it, actually I think we have a category for contract labor, cost of labor. Okay. Good. So there we go. So that is our bill, and we need to pay him for it. Here I think we can add the tag for the project. Actually, let's close this. Okay, we need to assign this to the project. Yeah, so you have to add the tag when you're actually making the payment. So I added a payment of $360. We're paying them from our checking account. Okay, and so here in tags, I'm just going to start typing the tag I'm looking for, kitchen remodel, and we can put that tag. So that's why we weren't able to tag the estimate, because you only apply tags to payments and cash received, but not to the actual invoice or to the estimate. Okay, so let's log that payment. Okay, now it shows it as being paid. Okay. Next thing we want to do is record the usage of 8 widgets from inventory. So we can't have inventory, so we're not going to be able to do that. We only record inventory when we actually purchase it. We can't move it from inventory to the job. Okay, and then the final is to view a report comparing the actual expenses to the estimated expenses. Okay, so one other thing I want to look at here is, so we just go back to our invoices, and let's open up that estimate. Here we got to go down to estimates. Okay, let's open this. Now let's convert this to an invoice. Okay, and that worked well. And so even though this is not the expenses we incurred, this was a fixed fee, and so we're going to go ahead and charge them the $1,050. Now notice the thing that didn't come over with it is the sales tax. Let's go back to estimates. Let's see if, yeah, okay, so I think maybe I had exited it without saving, and so that's why the sales tax isn't there. Well, no, the sales tax is there for $1,013. So we convert it to an invoice, and that sales tax goes away. So that's kind of a problem. But I think we can probably edit it and go in here and have to manually add in the sales tax again. Okay, so there we go. So there's our invoice, and we can save it. Okay, so the last thing we want to know is, can we compare actual to estimated expenses? And we can't, because we can't even tie that estimate to a project. So we're not going to be able to do that within the software. We'd have to do it maybe on a spreadsheet. So when we add this payment, so let's say they pay us to our checking account, they pay us with a check, and can we tag this? I don't think so. No, we don't have tags for invoices. So you can only tag expenses. So you could track the expenses related to a project, but you can't assign the projects to that same, the income from the project to that same account, to that same tag. Okay, so I think that tells us what we need to know about project accounting. So let's score it here. We can create an estimate, but we can't assign that estimate to a project. We can include labor and inventory on the estimate and sales tax on the estimate. We can assign the actual labor to the project once it's paid. We cannot do the inventory to the project, and we cannot compare actual to estimated labor. But if you have very simple jobs, the estimate in this software actually is pretty decent. It works exactly like the invoice, and then you can very easily convert it over to an invoice. So that's not too bad. Great, and that's it for Chapter 6 for the Fit Small Business case study. I'm Tim Yoder with Fit Small Business, and I hope this was helpful.